Hey everyone, welcome back to another war video. This one, war number 9 of season 38, for Loki taking on LVT. LVT, a very close alliance to us personally. We have a lot of friends over in LVT, a lot of former For Loki members over in LVT. LVT was started a few seasons ago as a war-focused, not so much focused on Alliance Quest Alliance, which is very attractive to a lot of our former For Loki members. So they moved over there, and we wish them all the best. This is our first time matching up with them. They rose to the ranks very quickly, not surprisingly, because they're a good alliance. So we'll see what happens with this war. You see I have Spider-Man 2099, War Machine, and then Anti-Venom just for the synergy. 5 fights this war, so let's get right into it. You can see I'm on path 1 to start, so I have this Immortal Hulk, owned by one of my good friends, Psycho Billy, a former For Lokian. So this has personal space regen, so if you're closer to him, he gets these regen buffs, but so I'm going to use Spider-Man 2099. He's a sick and tired attacker, so I can keep him heal blocked, so I don't have to worry about that. My main goal for this fight is to mostly hit his block and don't hit him, because any damage, any of the passive damage, the block damage, the rupture damage, the rupture burst, stuff like that, they don't feed his gamma charges. So if Immortal Hulk gets to 15 charges, that's when he can then go immortal at the end, and then you have to play around his immortality, his unblockable, all of that fun stuff. So unfortunately I let the Wither drop off because I'm just not good at this game. So at this point but he's about 50% of the way, so I don't need to have to just hit his block anymore, because he won't be able to get up to 15 charges. You can see he's now down to about 25%. He's got 3, so I don't need to just be hitting his block anymore. So really, it was just to kind of set up the fight with the Wither. Obviously, every time you play Spider-Man 2099, you want the Wither to stay. But in this particular scenario, I was able to get around it. So that'll do it for that fight, 1 fight down. My next fight is going to be against Nimrod, against Dap the Great. Dap, another very good friend of mine. I've known Dap for a very long time. We played together in the Shield Alliances way back when. But he has this wonderful rank for Nimrod here on node 13. So I had somebody place a White Magneto pre-fight for me. So my goal here is to get up to a special 2, not be a hero, block the special ones. I tried to medium after that. Apparently I light, but that's okay. So the beginning of this fight's going to be a little tough, because until I get the Wither on, so here I actually hit the special 2, forgetting that Nimrod special locks after. So now I have to make sure that the Wither's on cooldown. I throw the special 2. At this point, it should be pretty much in the bag, as long as I don't mess up, which is, always a possibility. So at this point, I'm just trying to keep the Wither paused, make sure I keep that up, and then I need to get him heal blocked so that I can stop triggering masochism. So you can see here the Wither's almost gone, but I am almost up to my special 2 again, so I should be able to get it back, but I have enough ruptures to keep him heal blocked. So my goal at this point is, especially with how little is left on the Wither, is obviously keep it up as long as I can, but just get to that next special 2. So the Wither falls off there naturally, so 2 for 2 in letting the Wither fall off, which again, not good. So he throws a special 2 here. Nimrod goes unstoppable after special 2, and he's in his blue mode, so I'm just waiting that out. I heavy here to eat the masochism, and then I will throw the special 2 here, and that's going to be enough to KO. So not a particularly difficult fight there with the White Magneto pre-fight, but, I made it probably a little more difficult than it needs to be. This next fight is going to be against Man-Thing, PPG, another former For Lokian. Fun fact about PPG, during last season's Battlegrounds, maybe the season before, we just randomly matched, and he completely kicked my butt. Like, wasn't even close. He absolutely destroyed me. So, I mean, look, it just goes to show, like, not that I'm particularly good, But these guys are good. They know what they're doing. So this Man-Thing fight, a little nervous about this Man-Thing fight. So I did a Power Start 1, and I did have Science boosts on as well, because this is Masochism and Strike Counter. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping Strike Counter in mind. I needed to get back up to the Wither, or to my special 2 for the Wither. So at this point, though, because of Spider-Man's increased combat power, while he has a Wither, I'm able to throw another special 2. He does have one of the Strike Counter Furies up. I'm not really too concerned about that. But at this point, I'm just a matter of managing, hitting his block. It'll every once in a while it'll eat one, so that he doesn't put a rupture on. He gets that regen. But with Spider-Man being able to heal block, it's not a huge deal. So at this point, I'm just going to parry, finish off a combo, throw that special 2, and Man-Thing's done. The really difficult part about that fight is the setup, and the Science boost certainly helped as well, just to make sure I was able to have enough power to keep his Furies under control. So next fight here is going to be against Hyperion. This is somebody I don't know, so I don't have any fun stories about Kyle. I'm sure he's fun. But this Hyperion, I mean, you see me take Spider-Man 2099 against Hyperion quite a few times at this point. He's able to control his power very well, as long as I don't let the Wither fall off. So here, I guess I just, Hyperion's one of those really new champs who has those really fun animations. He's only been around for 7 years at this point or whatever. So I just guess I forgot that his heavy reached across the screen and took a heavy to the face. But here we are. So I mean, ultimately not a huge deal. He's able to get to a special 1. The big Hyperion, he gets that passive prowess, which increases his special attack damage by like 200%. But at this point, I get that second Wither. The first Wither falls off, but that special 2 is enough to KO. So nothing too crazy there. Spider-Man able to really handle this fight. And this next fight is my final fight of the war. It's against PPG, his rank 4 Bishop. So I've done this fight with War Machine before, so I placed 2 of the War Machine pre-fights. The Skirmish, which gives me increased attack and debuff duration, except for stuns. And then the Energy Resistance. So this fight is about 2 things. Don't let Bishop throw a special 1, because then you can get incinerated, and throw my special 1s after he throws his special so that I can clear the prowesses. So every time I block a hit of a special, he gets a prowess. So you can see here, I throw the special 1, I get rid of all the prowess, we're good to go. We reset the fight. So that's going to be the basic plan for this entire fight. So I'm also trying not to parry, because this has the, I think it's Hard Knock Life. When you parry, you get a passive disorient on you, so I don't want to deal with that. So War Machine is a pretty big tank. So here, I throw the special 1, even though he didn't have any prowesses, because I'm going to get another special 1 by the time he throws his special. So I throw it just to make sure that I'm not throwing my special 2, because if I throw my special 2, it doesn't clear his prowess. So I want to make sure that I'm sticking to my special 1. But like I was saying, War Machine, he's a tank. He's got a ton of, he's got that armor up buff, which really helps. He's got the energy resist, which basically increases his energy resistance up to the amount of armor he has. So he's able to really take a lot of blocked hits, handle Bishop very well with a lot of his energy damage. So you can see the fight's going relatively smoothly here. I'm trying to... I throw the special 1 there again because, again, I wanted to reset, not get up to my special 2. He throws the special 1 here, so that's a little annoying because now I can start getting incinerated. But you see, I get the 1 incinerate on me, and it is doing damage, but it's not doing a ton. So at this point, I'm just trying to wait out his I think it's steady release. So I'm able to do that. So that's where the fight could have gotten a little dicey because he ended up throwing that special 1. But you can see the fight pretty well in hand at this point. I'm just going to go in after this heavy, hit him a couple times, and that will be that. So 5 fights for me this war gets me up to 49 fights for the season. Still the 3 deaths. My streak is now up to 6. In terms of the war itself, very, very close war. Literally, again, came down to the last fight. we were able to pull this one out by the slimmest of margins. So great war over to you guys over at LVT. Good luck moving forward. I know you guys are going to continue to kill it. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon.